Good morning, Andrew. Lovely to meet up again in Zoom world.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive for a dinosaur like myself, a caveman who basically uses, two sticks to make wood. We really need to make the impact there, because that's something I think you brought up so well. And it's something that really has bothered me about the concept where I think there's a lot of dishonesty in the current research approaches that the academic groups are putting out when they say spinal surgery fails. And I look at it and go, but you would ask in any research paper to evaluate all the variables involved in that statistic. Now, where did rehab come in that statistic? What have you put down as rehab, I would say, to those professional groups? What are you actually doing? Can you assist with surgery? Now, you obviously would be getting some people there and say, I don't think you're a surgical candidate, but you have movement incompetencies. How often does that happen?
Every day. Every day.
Science has been around for a long time. Perhaps even observations of someone such as Hippocrates, Galen. We can go all the way back to where people have been making clinical observations of relationships between movements, loads, particular populations, people's disabilities. And there was a lot of education really started to come through, I think, in the early part of perhaps after Mixter and Barr did their 1934 paper, was starting to address the era, which we say the dynasty of the disc begins, to understand that there was a relationship. And then we come into the beautiful studies that were really coming through in the 80s, especially in spine journal work, where there was such great papers such as hyperflexion injury, the mechanism of disc injury by Adams in 81, I think. If you come to my 2-day workshop on lumbar spines, you're getting nearly 30 years of experience put into 2 days. And with you, 30 years of experience. There's 60 years of understanding and absolute passion for this work.
Okay, Andrew, we've got about 30 seconds left. There's no
I reckon so.
There's no final comments, but I think
we nailed it there.
I think this will be valuable for people just to hear where we're going, and
it's a good opener. It's great.
I'll look forward to the next time. Your heart rate would be like over 100 before you even started your first rep.
That's what life's about. It's like testing out the edges and testing the limits and finding the boundaries.
Man.
Sometimes we survive. It's hard not to have an experience yourself to really grasp the importance of what you're going to be teaching. So for me, I was doing one-arm dumbbell rows with 200-pound dumbbell one day in the gym, and did 10 repetitions on the right hand and did 9 on the left, and went for the 10th one, and significant low back pain occurred. And that was the precursor to 2 years of not being able to walk properly. That was a huge disc extrusion that occurred at that point. And it was a great opportunity because it was very close to the time when I just graduated. Now, as a professional, you can build your business on the fact that everybody's going to come back every time they tweak their back, and they're going to think you had something to do with it getting better. But they haven't solved why you keep coming back to them. And that's where my approach especially has been on the ground, has been, okay, we're going to make this your last episode of low back injury. That's going to give them daily freedom. But it's also going to give a great athlete the ability to have a movement failure under a maximum load at a maximum competition and still be safe.
Good morning, Andrew. How are you going? That's crispy clear.
Ain't that just perfect? Just like the sky today. Just
Great
like our mission in life. Yeah. Hey, you had a good one. You had a good one with Brogan last week?
Yeah, it's been super busy 2 weeks. Since our last chat 2 weeks ago, we've had a really long, I think it was getting close to 2-hour podcast with Brogan.
That's huge.
The squat doctor.
Yep, he's great. He's a wonderful guy.
That guy's a champion. Likely as passionate as we are about the topic.
Definitely.
He started to agree with you when you talked about all of your elite athletes and how you resolve their pain, symptoms, by retraining biomechanical proficiency. And then he said, I agree with you when it comes to performance athletes, but I disagree with you when it comes to back pain injury for the everyday person. Now, I was thinking to myself, what about the context of an accountant who's not very fit and performance? His performance is just going to work and doing a bit of gardening. Isn't that still performance? So
I'm sure Oscar Wilde would say life is a performance.
Life is a performance. So he's got a complete disconnect between the relativity of what performance means. So
Definitely.
Just because your patients are performing on the world stage in athletic arenas, but what about my patients who are performing at work, in the kitchen, in the lounge room, in the garden? It's still a performance. And so there's no difference between the fundamental principle of delivery of care for that person, just like you would deliver care to an athlete. It's still performance related. I was hoping Andrew just smash him on that point, and it kind of got distracted, but
it got lost.
It just made...
Well, let's face it. If picking up your grandkids was an Olympic sport, then we would have coaches to show you how to do it.
That's right, exactly right.
Performance is life.
Performance is life. I coined the term a while ago, the sport of life. Be good at it.
It is. Yeah.
The sport of life. Be good at it.
We're both heading into, we're doing the sport of work right now, and we'll be into the sport of gym real soon.
You betcha.
That'll be our day's work.
I'm
looking forward to next week, same time. We shall do that, and I'll flick you through the invite to the World Congress.
Okay, sounds great, mate.
Enjoy the action. What another huge day.
Have a great day. Bye now.